Cartoons.
We put sunscreen on our head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Wrap sunscreen on our head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And don't protect your cheeks and ears and neck and nose. Sunscreen on our head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
And more, might adopt it, fit and more
Hey everybody! Today we are going to take a look at the top 10 biggest difference between Marvel and DC. So, let's do this. I like this one too. The 10-year overnight success.
Both companies have dozens of superheroes with high-flying abilities, but underneath all that flash and glamour, they have a bunch of differences as well.
You know what, Reed? This is who we are.
This movie is all I'm dressing up as Nani from Lilo and Stitch.
Our picks for the top 10 differences between Marvel and DC Comics.
Avengers, time to work for a living.
For this list, we're looking at a variety of aspects and details unique to each
Marvel,
company's
huh?
management and
That sounds
production
like
style.
exactly
That marks
like
significant
this
details
one,
between
huh?
them. Even though they both crank out superhero stories,
Still
there
got
are
a lot of
some fascinating
superheroes to do
differences
this
between
my
how the
own.
two companies go about it.
Let's count them down.
Number 10, Marvel has more superhero teams.
Hey there, what's up? Shazam. I'm with him.
He's not with me.
We can honestly just explain this by listing off a few of the many teams that Marvel Comics has
I
put
know,
together
still
over
wonder
years.
the movie is
First and
still
foremost, there
acting
are
this
Avengers,
time, huh?
possibly the most widely recognized ensemble in the Marvel Universe.
Still wonder
although
like
they're
this
still rivaled in
one.
popularity by the X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Man, I love this job. Huh?
Not only do these teams have tons of variations, but Marvel also has the Secret Warriors, the Inhumans, Alpha Flight, the Defenders, the list goes on. While DC's Justice League and Teen Titans are more than a match for what Marvel has to offer, they really just aren't enough established heroes for them to compete.
Don't need the heroes when they're coming from.
Number 9. Marvel's characters die and return more often.
No!
Over the years, Marvel has tried to replicate the massive success of the Death of Superman storyline by killing off many of their own characters. One of the more famous examples was the Death of Captain America storyline, which revolved around the
Still
assassination
wonder
of the
the deaths
Star-Spangled
still
Banner.
like.
The X-Men series also hasn't been shy with offing their major players, including the death of Jean Grey, Wolverine, and even Professor X himself. It makes for more dramatic storytelling, we get it, but it kind of breaks the
I
dramatic
know,
tension
still
that they all
dying
die so
about
frequently,
this.
Not to mention they come back to life. only
Still
a few
like
months
that
later.
one.
We guess it's only a matter of time before even Uncle Ben comes back too.
Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben?
Number 8. Marvel's events are more frequent.
What do we do, Cap?
We fight.
This is gonna end well.
We're not saying that DC doesn't have their share of large-scale comic book events, like the wildly entertaining Flashpoint or the shocking Death of Superman storylines. However, these events are few and far between.
I like
Not a
those
bad thing.
storylines.
Marvel, on the other
Still
hand,
got
has been
DC
cranking out
Comics on my
numerous
own.
changing events pretty
My
much
very
every
own
year.
superhero
Heroes
thing to
fought
do
heroes in
that.
Civil War, and everything changed. Then in Secret Invasion, heroes fought Skrulls disguised as heroes, and everything changed. Then, during the Dark Reign, heroes fought villains disguised as heroes.
The
and
Dark
everything
Adventures.
changed. You starting to get the picture here? Marvel keeps things
Look
moving
at Evil
with
now!
crossover storylines, but DC's massive events definitely have more of an impact. Number 7, the dark sides.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
Both companies are nearly equal in terms of representing the dark sides of their respective heroes. However,
Still got the
each
darkness
differences
of
lie
my
in how they
own.
handle their
Look at
various
Batman.
Sadly, our venue wasn't built with the disabled in mind.
Why are you doing this?
To prove a point, here's to cry.
Marvel has reserved this more edgy side of their properties for solo characters like Punisher and Daredevil, who you won't often see fighting alongside any of Marvel's iconic names.
These movies don't definitely exist.
DC, on the other hand, puts Batman, literally the Dark Knight, front and center, and his popularity and influence is what gave superhero comics a more serious tone in the first place. Often parodied, and from time to time even taken a little too far, DC definitely puts the darkness front and center.
This is a song I wrote for Wild Style. Darkness. It's about how I'm an orphan. No parents.
Number 6. DC has animation figured out.
If it isn't me, it'll just be someone else.
Really? Who do they send after you?
Whether it's a television series or animated feature, DC undoubtedly has a stranglehold on Marvel in this department. That's not to say that Marvel
Well,
doesn't
there's
use
doubt
many
about
other
that,
outlets
huh?
of the company. It's just that DC
Look at
hit a
the
much higher level of
animation.
quality
Looks
and
so
much more often.
particular.
I'm not a disgrace. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Marvel has some brilliant strokes with the 90s X-Men and Spider-Man animated series. And while a few other shows since then have done a great job, there just isn't enough in Marvel's animated portfolio.
Nuts.
DC, on the other hand, really knows what they're doing in this department, and DC fans have a lot more to love when it comes to animation.
What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
Number 5, DC has a longer history.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Long before Peter Parker squeezed into his Spidey suit, the DC Universe was
Ooh,
already
Superman,
bursting into
huh?
the launch
That
of
looks
superhero
real
films.
about this.
Even though both companies kicked off around the same time, it took a generation before Marvel created their big names.
So got a
Superman had
creation
already
on
soared
that.
to the sky, Batman was already prowling the rooftops, and The Flash had picked up tons of speed before the Fantastic Four's first issue even hit the shelves. So much of Marvel's success rests on characters who were created in the 60s and 70s, whereas many of the DC heroes we love today have been around since the very beginning. Number 4, DC has more standalone stories.
Stay away from me. Don't come any closer. Monster.
We already find it very impressive how both companies somehow managed to find writers and artists capable of delivering brand new storylines each and every month. On top of this already
still
strenuous
got a lot of
task,
stories
DC
to
somehow
do
manages
this.
to find the time and extra bursts of creativity to produce a lot
Still
of
wonder
completely
still like
standalone
it.
narratives. Alan Moore's groundbreaking novel Watchmen made waves in the comic book community for challenging the conventions of the medium, delivering a truly thought-provoking piece of work.
What happened to the American dream? What happened to the American dream? It came true. You're looking at it.
It's true,
Grant
huh?
Morrison wrote the chilling Arkham Asylum, a
So
much
I got a
more
mystery
psychological
on
look
that.
into the relationship the Dark Knight shares with his rogues gallery. We love traditional monthly issues with overarching plots, but sometimes it's nice to find something fresh and different, something that DC satisfies us with regularly.
Get to him, Doctor. Tell me, what do you see?
Number 3, DC's universe is more fictional. Marvel uses real locations.
I got one for your ass. You mess with mine. You mess with New York. You mess with one of us. You mess with all of us.
From Gotham to Metropolis to Central City, DC's locations are based on real-world cities, but they definitely aren't places that you'll ever find on a map. While these imaginative playgrounds give DC a lot of creative freedom,
snap.
we appreciate
Still
Marvel
wonder
using real
still
places
like
to add
that
an
way.
extra element of reality and believability.
Washington, D.C.
Can you believe that it was even considered a controversial decision back in the day? Both directions have pros and cons. Indeed, Marvel always has to struggle to keep their world intact and constant with the real world, but it really comes down to relatability versus escapism, and what you personally want from your superhero stories.
Superheroes in New York can be crazy.
Number 2, Marvel has more stories and characters that deal with real issues.
You're fired. Go.
Please, I need this job.
You're fired.
But give me another chance.
Speaking of reality and believability helping immerse a reader into a storyline, Marvel's approach to tackle real-world issues can truly register in the eyes of audiences, as they too have experienced very similar dilemmas and situations. Is there a problem?
I serve you jerks from the college, but I ain't putting up with any trouble from their kind.
Skin color prejudice? That's so pathetic.
After the devastating 9/11 attacks, Marvel wrote a story featuring Spider-Man,
The
Captain
history's
America, and
gone
other characters
once
helping
in a
out with the
while.
recovery and repairs necessary after such a traumatic experience.
I
While
know
everyone
it's
has felt
definitely
anger and
true.
loneliness like Bruce Wayne, mutant hatred in the X-Men is just one big allegory for social prejudice.
Oh
Who
my
hasn't had a boss like
goodness.
Jonah Jameson give them hell at least once in their life?
All right, Mr. Jameson.
Sticks.
Superman has a real job too, but come on, he's never had to worry about paying the bills.
How you doing? Jimmy Olsen, photographer. Oh, hi. Okay, nice to meet you.
Number 1, Marvel has their movies figured out.
Hush falls over the crowd as rookie sensation Wade W. Wilson out of Regina, Saskatchewan.
It's much realistic than I
Marvel
what
is
it
taking the movie industry by
thinks.
storm with some big screen hits like Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Captain America.
You got hard, kid. Where you from?
Queens?
Brooklyn.
Furthermore, they paved the way for multiple films to have a cohesive narrative across multiple entries,
Not a
starring different
particular
characters,
movie
and
on
a
that.
tangible link between them all.
Mr. Stark. Captain.
Even before this mega success,
Wanna try
Marvel proved itself
something
in the film business with
superhero
Blade,
fights?
X-Men, and Spider-Man.
I know it's
DC
a
has
very
lot of great movies under
particular
its belt,
one
with
that
the original 1978 Superman and the Dark Knight trilogy being the standouts. However, recently, DC's attempts to catch up to the Marvel
much
Cinematic
than a
Universe
thriller
have fallen
thing.
short of expectations, regardless
I
of whether or not
guess.
you enjoyed the films.
Find him. Save Martha.
Well, that's it. So, see you tomorrow.
Well, that's all, folks. Good night. Thanks for watching.